All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Check nickel.
They'll run for it. It's Mack. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Scott. Shifts by him at the 25. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. We ain't giving up nothing today.
On play action, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, it's Scott, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw is Murray. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down now, it's Scott. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. Yard line.
Let go.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 12 brings up second down at the 38-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Brissett again. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 36.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check 55 tonight. If you don't get this one, you think you
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 49, check 49, check 49.
Throwing. Brissett. Ebron's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
First down, Murray. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay. And that's caught inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
26, Mike, 26. I'm coming for you. You mine. That's it. 26, Mike, 26, Mike. Bring it.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second. Down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready. Go to base. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Chip.
Mack off the draw play. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Brissett now. He completes this one to Mack. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll throw now on the final play toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for T.Y. Hilton. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and
So
goal.
3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash in a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Run it up. Turn up.
They'll run with Scott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott.
Let's go. Let's do this. Set. Man, ring. I got it. It's free. Four down. Alert. Check it out.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Kill.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Brissett. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Tighten up, tighten up.
To throw is Brissett. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Check.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Matt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll go again here with Matt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Brissett. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Richie James on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Back.
Murray going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10.
Under 10. Alert flag.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. Gets around him. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. They'll run here with Mack.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Check.
On 1st down, Hines fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a game of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here's Brissett. Completes it to Watt. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Brissett now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And I think like this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett, and the catch made by Hilton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is an intended target. And now it's 3rd down. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Let's go.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Hatch it, hatch it.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Justin Houston in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Murray with a third and long. He finds McKinnon, complete. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Mack slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You got tight right there. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Safe.
Brissett looks to throw. Dumps this one off to Mack. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
They still playing soccer. Check three. 26, Mike. 26.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still an 8-up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
Get ready.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.